great lesson idea because it introduces children to looking at historical artefacts in a way that they can access. An aim is to try and encourage children to see evidence in the terms of things that were left behind. So this was left behind, what does it tell us about this person? Go on, Emily, open up the catches. It's a child's suitcase. It holds things that the children can relate to as historical things. Yeah, we've got all sorts of things in here. Pick something out, Emily.
The suitcase was different, and I thought that there must be a girl because she's got a dress.
Think about how that book will help you to discover about the owner of the suitcase. The great thing about this activity is that it introduces children to raising questions and looking at history as an investigation, like a detective inquiry. So they're immediately raising questions and speculating about what this person was like and how they could build up a picture in their minds of the owner of the suitcase.
What is your name? What's your address?
Another question.
How did you lose the suitcase?
To do this lesson, you need to get together some useful items that could belong to one person. Ideally, I think a child. In this case, we used a child who was younger than the children in the class. So they related quite well to the items. We chose clothes, we chose things that would relate to hobbies or toys or interests. There was a photograph album, postcards, birthday cards, invitations, anything that you think would be a collective identity of a child.
Their pants, and they look like they may be like, you may be able to wear them in the water because you've got a string so you can tie them a bit tighter.
Decisive, right?
Because they might be somewhere hot. Because we've got sandals and glasses.
What's really enjoyable in doing a lesson like this is that it's children actually actively doing history, and it's dominantly oracy and talking and communicating, speaking and listening. We did actually give the children a sheet that they could fill in to write down information that they felt was important. But most of the children, their learning was through talking to each other, through looking at the objects and from sharing and gathering the information.
She's 6 years old.
History is not always about like the Vikings and stuff, but it's also things like last Christmas or something that's recent, but was that you've done before in the past.
Her name is Rose and she likes cats. Her full name is Rose Nicole. She likes discs to go in the car.
Good historians always ask their questions, try and find out the answers, and remember that it has to be evidence-based, right? So you need to try and remember to give a reason why.
Well, we found out that she was 6 because we found a badge saying I am 6 today.
We found out she likes maths because there was a maths book and it was full of activities.
We found a dress on table 5 that had 7 to 8 years old on it.
I enjoyed it a lot because I thought it was different than doing normal lessons.
To me, this task it's like pebbles in a pond. You might do it once, you might do it again slightly differently. And each time the children revisit it, they will be developing their skills of questioning and hypothesising and working together and communicating. A key thing, I think, is that the children can feed back at the end what they've found.
She lived in Devon and her uncle sent a postcard from Wales.
Ideally, if the children can be practically involved in doing things, that's the perfect, or towards the perfect answer of how to approach history.